quick. The ones on the right will disappear. So I made sure I waited a little while and took my time and heading back to the ones on the left. I had 3 more jellyfish that I got to kill and maybe get food out of the deal. If one of those guys gives you magic power up, don't take it. I usually don't jump to that second platform, but hop on the first one and wait for him. Then I hop over this one. See, I'm taking just enough time so that butterfly flew far enough past that I could jump up and get him without getting hit. This one, I was doing good to avoid that skeleton. I wasn't doing good not to avoid that one or get hit by a scorpion. And I have to go to the left far enough to make those blocks on the right rematerialize so I can get up over that ledge. There's always those dogs there. Now what is it I want to do? What am I going back over here for? I mean, there's one here. There's also one, like on level 2 that I went through that isn't in the tips that you have, game infos. Okay, why aren't I getting that shield? Am I hearing back over there? Why is that food fairy coming? See, if I would have gone over to the right and demanifested him, I would have been able to safely get that food. Now there, he doesn't usually hit me. Right away like that usually goes away. Can't go all the way across there with him off the screen because he's going to start coming down and chasing you and he'll eventually hit you. But if he's off the screen, now wait and go halfway across and let him come halfway across and you hit him and then you stop him and then you walk off the screen like this. You don't pick up the shield at first because there's not time enough to get there and get the magic power up and get back and fight him without him hitting you as you try to get to the platform. This is a sucker move. There goes a fairy to bring me food because I hit a new number of points. And that little white thing is a pretty good number of points, and a lot of times you do get a food fairy there when you'd rather not have your food on the spikes to where you can't get to it. Why didn't I stop for those last 2 things? Because I knew that one of those things was going to be an invulnerability globe, and it was still next. It would have to be the last one if it hadn't been any of the others. Feisty enough to call one of those lizard men and fight for food in the middle of all this. These green guys, this is like a bonus level, except I usually figure I'm doing good to walk out with about what I came in with, because there's a lot of bonus. These green guys, if you hit all of them, they'll turn into a bonus. But see, they've got all these dots, and there's all these skeletons that just plague you. These skeletons, they just are crawling with skeletons. This level is just crawling with them. Okay, there's 3 different little groups of them that come through here. Often. It looked like there was just 2 that time. There's always going to be this necklace that powers up, that gives you double bonus on that level. You hop over here, wait just a moment for him to go by and jump up. That way you can wait as he goes by. I should have jumped straight down. It took too long. Now I'm getting hit by bats. Hit twice. Okay, still not got. Still got almost 2 lives left. So these guys, you want to just keep shooting at them and shooting at them and hitting the ghosts, start killing the ghosts as they come by, because you can try and save up a shot and hit them with a beam often now. See, another one of these fairies comes by giving you food at just the wrong time. So you just keep shooting and shooting and avoid the things. Give it all the room in the world when those things are coming down to try to come down top of you. But if you get lucky, you might get 2 pieces of lobster out of those on the last level. And there's always 2 invisible chests right as you go out the exit, right near there. So you want to make sure to get both. Either one of them is actual food, but there's usually at least one of them in there worth getting. These guys, I'm doing good to get through this level because you can hit the dragons with these blue beams, and usually you can do it by a second time and they'll die. At that time I just hit them with some regular hits. It took 3 times. See, 1 hit with the blue beams, 3 of them died. 2 hits, 3 of them died. You can be real careful about that. Do okay. Here, I like to have like a life and a half. But I figure I've still got a chance. I'm saying, is this going to be the game that I finally beat this thing in 1 quarter? Like, oh man, that knife, it might have got me. It didn't. Some food. Yes, a lot of food actually. Lobsters are a lot of food. I'm going through here and I'm getting all these little ghosts, and I go back to these. Yes. Not hitting me at all. So I'm collecting a lot of gold coins and getting 1 food and some other mediocre power-ups. I was lucky to get a food on that level because there's a lot of doors to get and not a lot of payback for it. See, a lot of times that mushroom is usually not there. Okay. I just got hit with it, so I had to get away. But see what I'm doing. I mean, up here, I'm trying to go over there and get those for points. And, well, miraculously, those little scorpions have quit coming out this time for me. Didn't want the thief to get it after I'd worked so hard to win it. You want to get hearts because even if you're at a night with level 8, it's worth points. Might as well get the little glass bead because it lets me see stuff, but I usually don't need it, but I don't have any other power up. Might as well. Okay, there's the yellow one, and anything you get on this level of any consequence is worth keeping. But you really want to hope for the gold one because 45 is another really good one to have the gold scroll on. That was a fairly major oops. That was too. If you hit both buttons together, it does magic, but it takes a bar of health. But there's only one time in the whole course of the game that I ever use the two buttons together intentionally and make magic and kill everything on the screen. And that's on a level where there are these pendulums that I'm no good at getting through. So I just do a magic and it makes all the pendulums go away. The second chest always explodes. The first is always good food. A lot of times you'll get some food fighting those skeletons at the beginning. You jump up here and ignore the chest. Worry about the guy that's materializing, and then you worry about calling the fairy to bring you some food. I just happened to get got by the skeleton there. But I felt like, yes, I missed the second skeleton. I'm not going to let any more of these materializing guys get me. And then I wasted another bar of health by hitting both buttons together. The materializing guys are not getting me. There's two of these guys that come from overhead, and you don't really see them again until the last level. So, give me bitter shield. I'm down 2 bars of health. I'm not doing so good. And you usually want to be doing pretty good by here. You know, usually you want to be around level, having 2 lives after level 45 and level 46. You usually get hit some, you usually get some food, and you're doing good if you can get through 46 with a little more food than last time. Me, I'm having to do better. I figure what I'm going to do is see what's in the last chest. One of them always contains one of those big gold coins. In that case, it was enough to call another food fairy. The other 2 always explode, and so, then there's pendulums swinging through there. Is it possible to get through this level without getting hit? If you played this level before, I wonder this question, this is proof of that. It's really hard to get through there, and that's really another one of those levels, number 47, where you just want to get through it. And that's why you want to have 2 lives and a little more out of 46, because 47 is so tough. Good to survive it. Here, okay, I could get the chest. It's got a real good shield in it. But then you have to jump in the fire here. Because why? Because A, you just got all that food. Now that star, the little white star that I just got, really gave me a lot of health. It was worth jumping in the fire for. So, there's a little secret there. And so, had I had the shield the whole time, it might have gotten damaged, and maybe the knight wouldn't have had the shield.
Thank you.
So I've got a nice fresh shield for all this, and I don't need it. You're probably going to go through this next part with a little more health, coming out with a little more health than you went in. You've got a lot of guys to fight. However, I'm really happy to have this much health at this point. And a gold scroll, well, that means more food. That means I'll have a better chance at last level. It's sort of arguable because any offense you can have against these dragons is helpful, and some people might say I should take this little yellow thing. Maybe it helps my energy gain. And see, here's the thing: is after the end of the last level, you're doing good to have 2.5 lives. But if you get hit by this guy much at all, and you've got all this going on, you just won't win. Because if you don't have about 2 guys at the end of this level, you gotta face the final level 50 with less than 2 guys. And it's real hard to win with less than 2 lives. So here I am. Do I need to call one of those? I'm just feeling differently about this today.